Welcome to the channel. I thought I'd just give you guys a bit of a heads up with respect to what seems to be a new update for the beta branch for the water and sewage update for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Now, to just give you a bit of a backstory, I logged in this morning to do a little bit of work on my infrastructure as part of my Seven Crosses series, and then I kicked off this test run. And what seems to have happened is, well, if I come in and show you, it'd be just easier to show you. Now, I want to draw your attention that the only water supply coming into here is the industrial supply for the fabric factory, which is what I've just put together. But if I come over to the clothing factory, much to my surprise, that these no longer have a requirement for drinking water. And so I've been looking around the map and I've found that the heating plants no longer have requirement for drinking water. I mean, and don't be put off by the fact that these have got zero supplies on them. The mines don't seem to have a requirement for drinking water anymore, and that also applies to the steel mills here and various other factories. So it looks like that what the devs have done is something similar to when they introduced heating, that they've removed the requirement from some of the main industrial buildings here. Though it looks like maybe some of the mods need updating, because these aren't working because it's, oh no, they are working. Maybe the messages need to be updated a little bit, unless it's just working at minimum performance. So maybe that's something that I need to check out. It looks like the requirements been removed for fire stations. In some ways I'm really made up with this, because I was really trying to work out how I could get water and sewage into this area here. So it looks like the new update has actually solved it completely. The other next thing I want to do is just go over to my chemical industries, because what I've done over here is I've put in a water supply for the industrial capability here, which is what I've been working on. I've also put in a sewage supply system, but it looks like very much like the normal industries don't need water. Just to show you what's going on over here, if I press here, what I've done is I put a sewage line in it. I'll just show you the outflow from here first. If we show, what I've got is an outflow line here. Now, the other thing I've actually noticed, if I go back to, I mean, I actually did it and I didn't even realize it was going on, because I suppose I just assumed it was normal. Because what you see here is I've actually been able to lay pipes in alongside each other. So just to give you a quick demo, if I put in a long pipe here, what seems to happen now is they've actually added snapping to the piping, and I think it applies to all of the under piping as well. So if we come into here, you can see, I mean, to me that is a very big quality of life improvement, because as you can see here, oops, come here. You see, I actually did this by accident. Got these pipes running in parallel to run my sewage supply out to there. Things went pretty well actually, and it looks a lot tidier than what I was doing in other places with some of my water. In fact, if I go over to here, I'll give you an example of how not to do it. You can see it's all a little bit messy here. Well, as an example here, where I could have done a lot of neater supply line through here, but we're gonna have to live with that. Anyway, that's all I know, because as I said, I haven't seen the actual release notes for this, so I don't know if there's any other features or whether this is just something that the devs are testing. But I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a heads up so that you're aware of the situation, especially if you're planning your own water infrastructure or just building one from scratch. Until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.